Curt Schilling is entering his ninth and penultimate year on the Baseball Hall of Fame ballot, but his biggest stumbling block continues to be his inflammatory rhetoric. I'm Madeline Burke for Sports Illustrated, joined by Robin Lundberg. And Robin, Schilling's latest is tweeting his support for the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, which left 5 people dead. Writers are now attempting to amend their Hall of Fame ballots in the wake of these comments. Will this be what eventually keeps him from Cooperstown?
Well, here's the thing. Look, any support of what happened at the U.S. Capitol is despicable. And, given what Curt Schilling has said over the past number of years, I wouldn't feel comfortable honoring him anywhere, right? With that said, if I were in charge of Hall of Fames, it would be about whether you're a Hall of Fame player or not. I think that the most difficult aspect of this is in the language for how you vote for the Baseball Hall of Fame, there are 2 words that come up. One is character and one is integrity. So if I am a voter and I'm reading that as the criteria, not whether I just think he's a Hall of Fame pitcher, I would see some of this stuff as perhaps disqualifying, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, I can see why people are saying, you know what, let me get my vote back. But also, it's not exactly surprising. This isn't the first thing Schilling has done or said that has raised eyebrows. I mean, he recently posted a picture on Twitter of someone wearing a T-shirt that read "Rope, Tree, Journalist, Some Assembly Required," adding the comment, "Okay, so much awesome here." I mean, I get he's a 6-time All-Star, a 3-time World Series champion, one of the best pitchers of his generation, but how much should the Hall of Fame take into consideration off the field behavior? There are plenty of historical figures, sure, that were flawed. I'm not saying someone has to be without fault to be in the Hall of Fame, but if we're going to enshrine these people as heroes for years to come in the sport that is known as America's pastime, perhaps it's not wise to promote somebody who is openly supporting domestic terrorism, which is exactly what that insurrection was.
Yeah, and there's this slippery slope argument that comes up all the time. Aren't you able to judge situations on their own individual merit or not? And if that isn't something that would disqualify someone, which is the word I used before, what exactly is? I get Ty Cobb and the likes of past figures, but yeah, that is I think part of it. You're not wanting to put this type of player on a pedestal. So I don't think there should be any argument about whether or not he deserves to be in on the character and integrity aspect of it. To me, the only argument is that a part of the overall equation, or should it be, or is it just how you played the game?
I mean, hey, it's part of the verbiage on the ballot, character and integrity. And if you're promoting violence and a divisive nature, I think that answers itself. All right, continue to stay up to date with all of the latest sports news on SI.com.